Hi, everybody. Welcome to the call. This is Vince Baker, the CEO of Agora, and really excited about the product we're offering today in Agora. I've actually been in here working with Noah and Jordan for a number of months now and working to get this in, and they've made a lot of improvements and also the process to make this just a really great opportunity for Agora and anyone that's an investor in cryptocurrency. This is a cryptocurrency platform, and they actually have a Nucleus, and they're going to go into more detail. There's no way I could explain it as good as they could, but I've been investing in it. I really believe in it. I believe cryptocurrency is really the cutting edge. I remember a number of years ago when I was first starting out in marketing and Facebook and Twitter and all these, YouTube was coming about, and it was breaking it into the market, and you could tell there was resistance and excitement. But there was a fundamental shift in how we communicated. Social media took over, and then people started, but there was a lot of businesses that were like holding behind. I know one guy said, I operate off a pager. I'm never going to change, and then that's when the cell phones were coming out. Some people resist change. They fight it, but then there's others that get on the cutting edge of it and make the most money or benefit the most from it. And cryptocurrency, there's such a huge opportunity. We've seen some multi-millionaires being made, even within the last 1-2 years, and what happened with Bitcoin. And so I've had the pleasure, I was introduced to Noah, which actually lives by me, and someone that has known him for over 25 years, and Jam, which is actually in Agora. And so made the connection. I've been able to hang out with Noah. Noah is one of the chief architects, the CTO, technical officer, did a lot of the building in the back end here. And then he introduced me to Jordan, which is the owner of Nucleus and Bitcoin Growth Bot, and just wonderful people. Been a real pleasurable experience. I've been working on this deal for probably a few months now, and we've been like trying to tweak it and add these little things here, and and basically make this where it's a really sweet. They already had something great going on. Don't get me wrong, but they added a couple benefits that they want to offer strictly to just Agora members and anyone that wants to get into cryptocurrency investing. And they're going to go into more detail about the strength of their product, where it's at, where it's heading, the market. Jordan's very knowledgeable, started out in the Forex markets, successful over there, got with Noah. They built this out, and I'm excited to be a part of the cutting edge. I wanted to be on the cutting edge of something cryptocurrency because I knew there was a lot of money to be made. And, and there's, some of them went under, and they've stood the test of time, which they'll get into the detail of the strength of their product and their company. So with that, I want to introduce you, Jordan Lindsay. And Jordan, are you there? And you can go on, maybe kind of tell your history, a little background, maybe Noah's, and then the history of what you're doing here, and kind of go into detail. Then we'll talk about the special offer for Agora, what's specially just for Agora members and advisors. And then we'll open up for questions after that. So, Jordan, with that, I'll hand it off to you. And thank you for being on the call.
Hey, thank you, Vince. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you for being here. And I'm glad you are here. Whether you are present now with us or listening to a recording, either way, you are here, and that is good. It's not often you get to participate in a company like this, especially in a sector that is changing the world. Cryptocurrencies are the future, and the future is being built today. The internet, you all remember the dot-com boom, and then the bust, and then the epic boom. And the same thing is occurring today, only in crypto and on a larger scale. This is bigger, way bigger than the internet. This is changing the financial system globally forever. Like I said earlier, it is good that you are here. Timing is everything. Bitcoin Growth Bot launched in the height of the 2017 cryptomania. That was good timing too. Prices everywhere reflected that mania. Most altcoins, including the very top ones, by market cap, are down almost 90% from their highs. Nucleus launched at 42 cents and is trading today at 11 cents. At that time, the time of the launch, Bitcoin Growth Bot was launched only as an idea with a vision, nothing more. Today, it is a fully funded business with a secure, tested at scale, and fully functional platform. If you liked it then, and a lot did, you love it now. You don't get rich by buying Nucleus at 11 cents and selling it for a 10x at $1, or even at 100x for $10. You buy and you hold. This is, those who got into Bitcoin at $1 and are still holding now and are happy they didn't sell it at $20,000 because they know the future. It's the same thing here. You're investing in the ground floor in a business. And let's take a look at that together right now.
Well, try that for supper, Sam. I don't know if that was
Do some on TV.
Are you able to hear me, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. Now that I've presented to you a little bit of the background of Nucleus, where we have gone and where we are going, we're going to look at right now. Now, this platform is for everyone who believes in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the market leader, and we expect Bitcoin to be the cryptocurrency of the future. That being said, we are piggybacking off of Bitcoin, and we are offering an opportunity for those who believe in Bitcoin to grow their holdings through the Bitcoin Growth Bot algorithm, which trades in the foreign exchange currency markets. Now, Nucleus is the token of Bitcoin Growth Bot, and to use the product, the utility of the token, you purchase Nucleus, you send it to the bot, and then you receive back Bitcoin along with the gain. Now, this is a real trading bot with full transparency. It is monitored by a third party. That way, everyone knows that the algorithm exists and that it is also real and verifiable. You can see here some of the payouts people have experienced in the last couple of months, and they are pretty substantial, right? I encourage everyone here to take a look at this 2-minute video explainer, and it'll give you an overview of not only the company, but how it all works. This is an excellent thing to pass on to the people that you are also introducing to Bitcoin Growth Bot. I also do recommend, and you can find the link off the homepage, that you go to the YouTube channel because there's a lot of great information on this channel. If you click on here in the videos, you can see all the updates, and we actually update several times a week. We upload videos. And you can see here the latest videos are about how we are working on developing the algorithm. You can see once a month the team has a video conference, and then we share all the updates. So if you really want to stay updated with everything that's happening on this project, and it is a very active project, go to the YouTube channel, and then you could find a lot of useful information. Now, over here, right below that, you'll see the white paper. And the white paper explains, soup to nuts, everything involved
Adita Cormier.
on how this ecosystem works, how the utility of the token works, what happened in the crowd sale, how many tokens were sold, what the tokens are used for, and how the utility is used of the Nucleus token. And because the utility of the token is to send funds to the bot and then receive back Bitcoin, and because we're going to get into it in a little bit, the supply of Nucleus is so limited. For example, Bitcoin has a $21 million max supply. Nucleus has a 6.18 million token supply, right? So when you have this low supply and then you're creating demand through the bot, the purpose of that is to create demand for the token and appreciate the token in price. So what we're doing is basically taking foreign exchange, and what we're doing, instead of producing 20% returns a year, which are uber fantastic, but it takes a ton of money to make money doing it that way, and by morphing the two, Forex and cryptocurrency, and then having the Nucleus token and having a 20% return, and all of a sudden creating demand for this token, the appreciation of this token could just be absolutely phenomenal. At the bottom of this, of any page of the website, you're going to see some really useful links, including how to purchase Nucleus, the white paper that I just showed you. We have a beginner's guide, which has step-by-step videos on how to do everything from sign up to go ahead and submit documents for KYC clearance, to go ahead and purchase Bitcoin, send it into the platform. It's a really great tutorial for anyone who needs to understand really quickly how do they go ahead and get started and invest in the platform. What I want to share with you right now is what our vision is. We've just released to the community an updating what our vision is, and then not only that, but providing this roadmap. And what we did is we broke down the future of the company into 4 different phases. So the first phase is the proof of concept accounts. Second phase is proof of work live accounts. Then we detailed the platform adoption and how we're going to grow the user base. And then we get into the 4th phase, which is to make the internals of the platform so solid that it's a self-sufficient platform that regardless of the number of users that wind up signing up for the platform, we're still going to have that token appreciation take place from the internals of the system. And if you go ahead and you click on this image, it's going to take you to this roadmap. And the roadmap is going to go ahead and it's going to detail right now, for example, we're in September and we're doing code and performance review of the beta algorithms, which you could also find some information and videos on right over here on the YouTube channel. And then right here in November, we're set to launch the live Bitcoin Growth Bot 2.0. After we gain some traction and some history, here's how we're going to be marketing that to crypto investors, forex investors, and equity investors, those involved in the stock market. And then we have details here on the phase 4 on how that platform is going to become self-sufficient, as long as with details written on the back of the roadmap. You can find the roadmap also from the top index right here. And I really encourage you to go ahead and in that order take a look at the platform and everything that we're doing. Because what we're presenting to you here today is not only a platform, it's about 10 months history, a platform that has gone from nothing but an idea to a platform that is fully built with the community behind it, that has a back end that has been tested and kicked and scaled. At one point we signed up 15,000 users in a 2-week period, and we proved that we are able to scale this when the time comes. And what I'm presenting to you is an opportunity to get in on this business from the ground up, actually better, because the ICO was, again, was held back at the height of this crypto mania, and Nucleus was selling for 40 cents. Right now, we have actually a platform built, and it's 1/4 of that price. So this is an enormous opportunity because it's still an opportunity at the ICO price. What I want to do next is go ahead and show you the back end. And if you go ahead and you haven't created an account yet, just go ahead and you could click sign up or log in, and it'll take you to the back end of the website. Now, here on the back, you have a wallet address where you could send and purchase. You could send your Bitcoin that you've purchased into the platform. Again, in the video, we give instructions on how to do that. You could also find a playlist right on the website. And then here, the beginner guide to Nucleus. And it's going to go ahead and tell you everything, how to purchase using an exchange and then set Bitcoin into your Bitcoin Growth Bot account. And another part that's really important of the platform is, let me start on the dashboard. On the dashboard here, you're going to see the Bitcoin Growth Bot's performance and the history. And we noticed here that we have had, over these past few months, a bunch of payouts. And the payouts range anywhere from about 3% to 18%. And that's using off this performance right here. But this is actually the core of the whole platform. The rest of the platform rides on having an algorithm that is attractive to everyone. And again, we're going for not only equity investors, but forex investors and crypto investors. And we've determined that a yearly return over about 20% a year, 18 to 20%, is extraordinarily attractive. And we also figured out that a drawdown anywhere between 15 and 20% during the course of that year was also really attractive. So by November, we're going to be launching an algorithm that is going to be able to produce all of that. We believe once that's in place and once we've gathered history for 3 to 6 months, that we could really begin marketing this thing and growing it out, because it's really easy to market a money machine. I mean, how difficult is it to explain to someone, here's an opportunity, a really low-risk opportunity you have to make 20% a year on your money. And of course, we all know that the opportunity is in holding the token itself of Nucleus, but at the same time, 20% a year is a fantastic return. And once we get that in place, this platform is going to be unstoppable. Now, from there, people are able to go ahead and go to My Investment. They're able to send their Nucleus to the bot. You send to the growth bot, and then they're able to send Nucleus. And once they send it to the bot, that Nucleus is converted into Bitcoin. At the end of the term, when the investor receives back their funds, they receive back their funds in Bitcoin. And then what they need to do is go ahead and purchase more Nucleus and send it back to the bot. This also is creating another layer of demand for the token, because again, it's all about providing that service, which is a return on the investor's money, and at the same time, creating demand for this token Nucleus that has such limited supply so that it continues to appreciate in price. Here on the Rewards tab, you are going to find a few different links. A link for staking, and simply by holding Nucleus on this website, you're going to receive anywhere from 7 to 11% per year for holding Nucleus. So we call it staking it, and you're receiving this interest reward every day. The second tab here is referrals, and I want you to pay close attention. This was under rewards and then referrals. Now here you're going to find your referral link. And anyone who goes ahead and signs up using your own unique referral link will be put under you. And we have some exciting reward systems, Agora specific, that we're going to talk about afterwards. I believe Vince is going to lead that discussion. If not, I will detail all of them for you. And the other thing I want you to take note of also is under the rewards tab, and that's the bonus program. Because if you're purchasing the Nucleus token monthly, you can receive some really exciting bonuses for it, up to 5%. And here's what you do, and here's how you go ahead and you're able to claim this token. Now, from here, Vince, I don't know whether or not you would like to go ahead and present from your end or open this up to some question and answers.
Why don't we open up to a couple questions, and then we can then we'll move over to that. So some people might have questions, and also as he's talking, you can also type in questions over there. Sometimes people have questions. Are there any questions up to this point? Some people are muted also. If you do have a question, you can continue on. Why don't you do this? On the right-hand side there, guys, you can type in if you have a question there, and then we'll keep going forward, and then just let us know if you do have a question. Do you have, Jeremy, do you have it where we can log into, or does he have access to the Agora back office so we can go into some of the details? But could you do me a favor also before we leave this page? Can you go back to rewards, and then could you click on the staking?
Absolutely.
Right there.
So
there you go.
On this, again, that's rewards and then staking tab. And staking is by holding your Nucleus inside the Bitcoin Growth Bot platform, you're receiving daily rewards. It's annual percentage rates that you receive daily, ranging anywhere from 7 to 11%. And again, being that this is participating in the Agora marketplace, there's actually an additional percentage added for everyone that signs up under the Agora marketplace. And so you can see here that right here that in this, on this demo account, this is holding 263 Nucleus, and it'll say in the last 30 days I've received 1.5 Nucleus, or total rewards of 10 at the rate of 7%. And the reason why we offer this reward is because this is serving a vital piece to the ecosystem. Now, everything is set up one way or another to help create demand for the Nucleus token. And because we have this limited amount of Nucleus, people who are holding the Nucleus, they're locking up the demand for others, making it more of a precious asset, which is going to increase the price. So for doing that, for holding on to your Nucleus, this is a long-term investment you're making, you're holding on for a few years, you're getting paid daily Nucleus for that because you're actually serving the overall ecosystem for doing that.
That's great. Noah, are you there? And I want to find out, Noah, is there anything you wanted to add in here? Is there anything you'd like to add in this moment to confirm everything he's talking about?
Yeah. So some of the things, Jordan did touch on this, but why I joined this project and am still like a huge part of it and I'm very excited about the future is that this is a crypto project that I trust. This is the crypto project that is built upon transparency. I know Jordan really well. We've spent a lot of time together in the last 9 months of working together, and Jordan is a man of character and honesty and integrity. And this platform, everything we've done from the ground up has been built around, we don't keep secrets. Like you can verify our algorithm, you can see the performance, you can see, you can trade Nucleus easily. Your money isn't locked up. If you decide, hey, I changed my mind, I want to get out of this, you're free to get out of this whenever you want. So I just really like that, and I think that, if you've paid any attention to cryptocurrency at all, you know that the SEC has shut down tons of ICOs in the last year, that, there's a ton of scams that have been out there, and it really has been the wild, wild west. And like Jordan said, it's like the .com boom and then the bust, and then there was an epic boom, and we've kind of seen the boom and the bust, and we're getting ready for that epic boom. And I think that in that process, like having a good coin like this that has a good business behind it, but also an honest and transparent team, is a very safe investment long term. That was really what I wanted to highlight. I'm happy to answer any technical questions. I am the CTO. I did build the platform. I understand the blockchain concepts, and I understand the coding that goes into making this happen. I did, Jordan, want to ask you from like a devil's advocate standpoint, or from the standpoint of somebody who doesn't know Bitcoin and who's been looking from the outside and has seen, like you said, a 90% drop in some cryptocurrencies. Why shouldn't I be really nervous to go buy Bitcoin right now? And I think there's some people that are probably thinking that.
Yeah, so let's actually touch on all three of those things. The first about, we've seen Bitcoin, which now is an enormous bear market, drop from, a high of like 19,600 to today of 6,200. Should I be scared of that? Then also want to talk a little bit further about the transparency of the project and platform, and then as well as how easy it is to buy and sell Nucleus. And right now, for the past 6 months, Bitcoin has been in a bear market after this euphoria phase that it went through late in 2017, and it's actually during these past 6 months, these past 9 months, what you've seen take place in the space is just an enormous amount of money being poured into the space and building out the structure even further. And you're seeing everyone from whether it's now on CNBC, they have their own dedicated channel for it. They talk about Bitcoin every day, to the SEC. Just this past week, a new chairman was appointed who's known for being pro cryptocurrency, and every government almost on a daily basis is setting forth regulations. Today, France approved through their authoritative base of the SEC equivalent how they're going to handle ICOs. And, whether it's the IMF saying that cryptocurrencies are the future, and they're also looking into their own cryptocurrency. And then we have all the investment banks from Goldman Sachs to Morgan Stanley, and a whole host of others who are entering the space, and they're entering the space because it's the future. And why is it the future? And what is happening right now? So first of all, real quick, last year wasn't really so much about Bitcoin as it much was about the US dollar. Because the US dollar in 2017 actually lost a lot of its value and was really weak. That was only reflected in the price of Bitcoin. And in 2018, the US dollar has to date been really strong. That is reflected in Bitcoin. Now, you have to wonder, what is the future? The US dollar has been the reserve currency of the world ever since World War II, but no reserve currency has lasted for more than 40, 50 years. And the reason for that is because it's fiat currency. It's always losing in value. They could just continue printing more. Right now, the United States government has over $21 trillion in debt obligations. That's without including things like Social Security and Medicaid. So how are we going to pay that back? I don't know, but a lot of people are worried. And cryptocurrency is the place to position yourself against this situation we have right now. And we're going to see a lot of future appreciation of Bitcoin in the future. What we've seen in many times since Bitcoin was launched in 2010, we've seen drops of 90%, and people who are used to holding Bitcoin and believe in cryptocurrency, it doesn't faze them because they know where it's going to be tomorrow, and this is just one more wave. And during this bear market, the amount of money and resources that have been put into this is just, there's nothing else like it. And same thing with Bitcoin Growth Bot. We've used this opportunity during this down market to go ahead and continue to improve our foundation, right? We're setting ourselves up so when the next wave comes, and during these waves, there's a lot of speculation. Speculation helps adoption. As the price of Bitcoin rises, the price of Nucleus is set to explode. And that's what we're doing here. As far as transparency, you go down to the bottom here and you could see wallets. And I mentioned to you that there was only 6.18 million Nucleus, and originally there was a total of 24 million Nucleus. And because we had launched a successful crowd sale, we went ahead and I canceled an ICO we had planned for earlier in the year. And what I did on my own accord was go ahead and burn all of those tokens. It was 4.9 million tokens that were set aside for the ICO. Because my whole intention is to do what's ever best for the platform and the ecosystem. Because that's how I get rewarded down the line, is through my Nucleus holding. So then we had a max supply of the Nucleus token of a little over 19 million. And then what we did is we decided that we don't need that many, right? I'm not going to hold Jordan and the team 1/3 of the supply. It's just too much, and we don't need that much for the ecosystem. When we first launched, we weren't sure how much we were going to need for the ecosystem, for staking rewards, for referral rewards, for the bonus program, for partnerships. So we had a certain amount of Nucleus tokens allocated. We went ahead and we burned another 12.8 million tokens to get the supply down today to 6.1 million. And you can see all the wallets. You could click on any of these links here, which shows the referral wallet, the staking wallet, My Equity, which comes through the first year, second year, and third year, Noah's wallet, and it's all on the blockchain. And you can see them right here, and you can see what's in each wallet, because we're all about full transparency. It's really important, and that's what the blockchain is. And that's what's fantastic about the blockchain, is that there's absolutely no room for fraud, because everything is recorded on an open ledger. And that's why Bitcoin is going to go ahead and is going to eventually replace this monetary system that we currently have. Because this monetary system is full of fraud, and you simply can't do that on a blockchain. Now, right. Noah also talked about how easy it is to buy and sell whenever you wish, and he actually went ahead and he built this. We called it an internal external platform. because we embedded the Waves blockchain into the website so that you could go ahead and you could purchase or sell Nucleus right from the website. You could just go ahead and click a buy order into the amount you want to purchase and go ahead and same thing for sell. It's that easy. Also right here it talks about how you could go ahead and if you don't own any Bitcoin, or I own Bitcoin in a Waves wallet, how you transfer it into here. You just send it to this address. Or if you don't own any Bitcoin yet, how you go ahead and you get on Coinbase, you know, you enter your debit card or your bank account, purchase Bitcoin, and then you just send it from Coinbase to this address. It'll appear in here, and then you go ahead and you could use this to go ahead and purchase Nucleus.
Awesome. I mean, you covered everything that I wanted to see highlighted from the point of view of someone skeptical of cryptocurrency. The only last thing I would say is like just you know, like, is this the time to get Bitcoin? And is this the time to get Nucleus? And I want to say yes, it is. Like I believe it is. I'm getting more myself. Do you agree, Jordan?
So when Bitcoin last November was, you know, went from $4,000 to $8,000 in a few weeks, and my friends wanted to purchase it, I was kind of like, I don't know. It just went from 4,000 to 8,000. And then a week later, it was trading at 15,000, and 3 days later, 19,000. And it was only, you know, several days we saw those prices, and then it went back down. But if you look at Bitcoin price a year ago today, Bitcoin is up 60% year over year, and that's phenomenal. And whether or not this is the lowest price we're going to see of Bitcoin, I have no idea. And anyone who tells you they do, they're lying to you. No one has any idea. But I believe strongly and would tell and told my mother that she needs to buy Bitcoin and own it for, you know, you don't want to sell it, right? If you want to go purchase a cup of coffee, use your dollars. That's what dollars are for. You don't want to trade Bitcoin for coffee. Bitcoin is your future. And it's the same thing with Nucleus, because we've already seen Bitcoin go from, you know, call it, you know, $1, even though it was 23 cents, or, you know, all the way up to today to 6,300. And yeah, why I suspect a year from now we're going to see $30,000 to $60,000 or higher. You know, Nucleus has enormous potential for that 1,000x return, and that's what we're building, and that's what we're in for it. Again, I just want to be very clear. We believe that Bitcoin is the leader in the industry. We believe strongly in Bitcoin, and that's why we created a platform that is not opposing Bitcoin or a competitor to Bitcoin, but complements and enhances Bitcoin.
And so the value of Nucleus is you buy Nucleus and hold it, and it appreciates. Not only does it go up because Bitcoin goes up, but the demand for Nucleus itself will continue to increase as the bot that we've built, the money machine that we've built, continues to yield Bitcoin returns to our investors.
And that's correct too, Noah. I mean, you're looking right here at Nucleus priced in dollars, 11 cents, and say Bitcoin 6,000. But if Bitcoin was 18,000, you know, the price of Nucleus is also reflected in that alone, only from the value of Bitcoin. So this would be 33 cents, right? That's without the appreciation of the Nucleus token. And again, this whole platform is designed to do exactly that. That's the whole point of, you know, the whole purpose is the old adage of supply and demand. We have this limited supply, and we have various ways of creating demand for the token, whether that's through an investor holding it and staking it, or whether that's purchasing it and sending it to the Bitcoin growth bot, and then go ahead and a month later doing that again, receiving back Bitcoin, and then purchasing more, creating more demand, purchasing more Nucleus. So that's what it's all about. I mean, it's a platform that is an investment platform that could help everyone grow their money, and at the same time, you're growing it through the use of the bot, and you're growing it through holding and appreciating of Nucleus. But I mean, there's no question that cryptocurrency is the future, and I don't think I think we're beyond the stages we were even a year ago, where people kind of refuted the purpose of Bitcoin or whether or not it has a future, or you don't hear that anymore. Now people are kind of everyone knows that Bitcoin is here to stay. That is a new asset class, and how often is a new asset class born, right? And one is valuable as Bitcoin, and it's going to be, it got as high as I think the cryptocurrency market of $800 billion last year. Just shy of $1 trillion market. But by 2022, this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar asset class. This is the time to get in. Okay.
Awesome. That was Vince. That was good. Good for me and for Jordan, I think.
Hey, also, Jan is the one that introduced me to Noah, and so Jan, are you available? I want to give her a chance just to comment. She's very knowledgeable in this and has really good insight. She's on the call here. She might have me on mute. So, Jan, if you're there, if you hear me, and you can take yourself off mute.
Before Janet jumps on, Vince, because you brought her up, now Janet had actually introduced.
Yes, I'm on.
Hi, Janet. How are you?
Hi, fine.
I just wanted to briefly mention, if Noah could expand upon how you met at a conference, Ryan, who, he is a KYC expert, and he went ahead and over a 6-week period looked at the platform, top end to bottom, through the back end, and Noah, you want to, what was his assessment?
Yeah, so he validated our model, and his job is to take down scammers in crypto, and he follows the paper trails. The government hires him, big companies hire him, and he shuts people down who are stealing money, laundering money, sending money to terrorists. I mean, he's the real deal. And
so I met Ryan at a World Trade Center, and it was businesses from all over the world, consulates, and they chose him to be the keynote speaker. And as Vince knows, I've been very skeptical of any cryptocurrency because I like to look at all the things that are in the court systems concerning the SEC, concerning anything direct selling or network marketing, anything of that nature, to see exactly what's going on with cryptocurrency. And I have been very, very, to say the least, maybe overly cautious, but I've known Noah for many years, and I know that Noah is a man of character and quality, and I know that he would never do anything that would jeopardize anyone's livelihood or his own, and I know he's very honest. And when I met Ryan, I wanted to know, I said, look, I want you to go on the inside of this company. I want you to look at everything, and I want you to tell me if there's anything that could be in any way considered dangerous. I mean, in any way. I want you to go to the ins and outs of this whole company and find out if there's anything, any red flag at all. And he did that for quite a while, and he said, I want you to know, Janet, this is the cleanest company. And he is, this man, they call him in on a lot of money laundering or anything, but he said, this is a wonderful company, and I want to put my name with them. So anyway, I just wanted to give that endorsement, and I do know that I would not be involved in any other cryptocurrency of this nature except Nucleus, with Noah and with Jordan and with Ryan looking over everything. So I am so excited about what's going on with the marriage of Nucleus and Agora. Thank you.
John, it's a pleasure to hear because I was not even aware of that. So I appreciate you sharing that. That's obviously I've given everything I have for the past 12 months, and to hear that type of resounding endorsement is just it really means a lot. So I thank you.
Well, if it wasn't for the research and Ryan, the knowledge of knowing Jan and Jan knowing Noah, and then me getting a chance to meet Jordan and working over a few months now, and we wouldn't just put anything into Agora either. I had to really vet this out because there are a lot of things that this is a new industry and there are scammers out there, and people are investing their money, and some people might just be doing small investments. Some people might do larger investments. So, you just want to really be careful. And, but I was there at the World Trade Center with Jan. I did meet Ryan, and he's the real deal. And to have his seal of approval on this company is a huge deal because there's not too many companies out there that can. A lot of them are getting shut down. I know this is not based in America. Right, maybe you can kind of tell where you guys are based out of and all that. And then Jeremy, are you going to be getting this back over to the Agora platform so we can kind of show the special with Agora, what we have worked out with Agora? And maybe I can kind of talk about that. Jordan, you and I can cover some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's a really important piece of the story. The company is not based in the United States, and the crowd sale was not available to anyone inside the United States either. And the United States is the largest market in the world for cryptocurrencies. And but we wanted to do everything we can to protect the future of the platform. And that meant cutting ourselves off to that market at that particular time because it was just a gray area whether or not it was legal to do. And we didn't want to do anything that could jeopardize the future of the company at any point. So whereas a lot of companies are kind of, greedy, I don't know, or unethical, whatever you want to call it, we made a lot of hard choices, and everything we've done has been in order to have, to ensure as best we can the future of this company.
Absolutely. Hey, I just wanted to draw attention. I know, Jeremy, you've got to go back into the platform, but somebody did raise a question. There are new cryptos being created. What are the chances that Bitcoin loses value to a more popular version?
Oh, so I could take that question. So,
okay.
So the question is it possible that Bitcoin could lose its role as the cryptocurrency leader to another cryptocurrency? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Bitcoin doesn't have any competitors. There is, for example, the number 2 coin by market cap is Ethereum. But Ethereum doesn't compete with Bitcoin, meaning Bitcoin is used as a store of value. Think like gold, right? But the thing about gold is that it's really difficult to travel with. I've been stopped at airports by security because they're not used to seeing people travel with gold, and it's really heavy. And you can't, with Bitcoin, you could transfer around the world, any sum of money for next to nothing, and it takes about, give or take 20 minutes to do it. Now, Ethereum, the second coin by market cap, that's more of like Internet 3.0. What they're trying to do is build a protocol that different websites could be built upon. That's not Bitcoin's purpose, and it never will be. That's not what Bitcoin is intended to be. Nor will, anything that any other coin could do. Bitcoin is an open source project, and improvements are built on it all the time. So it's not really an issue. It's the fact that the trust, because could you imagine how much time and resources have been spent in trying to hack Bitcoin? It's impossible. It's impossible to do. It's the most tested and trusted blockchain there is. And it's decentralized, meaning that across the whole world, on millions of computers, people are running this ledger. So Bitcoin doesn't have a competitor, there are other coins and other, these coins are supposed to have like utilities like Nucleus has, but they're not there to compete against Bitcoin. In my opinion, it's impossible to do.
I hope that answers the question there.
Yeah, Troy, does that answer your question?
What's exciting about this call is, like I was mentioning earlier, when I first got involved with Facebook, and I remember going in, I was one of the ones that went around probably speaking 2 to 5 times a week to different business owners, and there was a lot of resistance of business owners wanting to convert into using Facebook for their business, and they had all these questions, and but there was a fundamental change taking place, and some people didn't recognize it. Now we can't even imagine life without Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. I mean, it's in our cell phones and Instagram and Pinterest. It's become integrated. But I remember when I was penetrating markets and trying to tell people about this, and there was a lot of, some people on the cutting edge and some people were resisting it. But it did change, and now it's a fundamental part of our life. Many people's lives, millions and millions and millions of people all over the earth. And I really believe that cryptocurrency is going through that stage. Some people resist, they'll fight it. But in the long run, because of blockchain, where things are going, this is going to become a normalcy. And you can either jump on board now. And, man, I mean, someone needs to kick me for not investing in Bitcoin. I was told about this 4 years ago and I didn't even do anything. And then the only reason I'm in here now is because, man, the thing sucker shot up so high, and it became such a part of it. But, I didn't even jump in and still the early stages, but I had a chance to get in on even the earlier stages. People were telling about and sending videos. And I didn't understand it.
Wait until
I don't know much about that. What's that?
Wait until central banks start buying Bitcoin. No, I mean, you have the Chicago Board of Exchange, the COB in Chicago, the ones who launched the Bitcoin futures. They are at the end of this month, September 30th. They're waiting to hear from the SEC whether or not the CBOE Bitcoin ETFs are going to be approved. And what that does, that opens the opportunity for everyone involved in the stock market to go ahead and invest in Bitcoin. And whether or not it's approved this September or early 2019, because they might delay that decision to February of 2019, it's inevitable that the ETF is going to be approved because there's so much demand for it. You have the owner of the New York Stock Exchange launching a program right now with Microsoft and Starbucks to make it so that Bitcoin is accepted everywhere. You have the NASDAQ looking to list cryptocurrencies on the exchange. I mean, it's not a question whether or not it's going to be accepted. Everyone who's already, the power structures that be, have spent the last 9 months positioning themselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming no matter what, and it's going to get stronger, and this will become a normalcy. And, there's always a learning curve. There's always questions. There's always doubts. There's always gainsayers. Then you got the risk takers, right? And so, by doing what we're doing here, we're on the cutting edge. And, to have a chance to get to know Noah and Jordan and talk to them. And, I was able to, because there is a little bit of a learning curve to get in here. And so, Jeremy, with that being said, why don't we jump over to Agora? We have some videos over there, and we're going to tell the Agora opportunity. And I'll have Jeremy take over the screen. And for the sake of time, we're coming up on 4 o'clock. We're going to go a few minutes over. We won't go into everything in detail here, but I just want to go into a few things. So here we have the description. We don't need to go all this. You can read some of this. If you scroll down, the one video that he had talked about is down there. And we have this disclaimer on here. So what we're doing with Agora, there you go, just information. Want to scroll back up. You may want to read the disclaimer. So what we're doing with Agora is we are adding these benefits to you just being an advisor or a member of Agora. We don't, when we get into details, we'll explain the program here. But basically, if you have a membership for $14.95 or you're an advisor position at $24.95 or however you came into Agora, and you have either one of those, you're either an advisor with access to the marketplace or you're a member with access to the marketplace, then you get the chance to be a part of these programs. And now we'll go into detail. So, and then you can go on, Jeremy, why don't you go in, for time's sake, go into forms, I believe it is, right? Or is it under plans? What do we have it under? Let me see here, plans. So if you go back over, we won't go there now, but in the back office, he talked about staking rewards. So if you are holding on to Nucleus and you buy Nucleus, will show you if you have between 0 and 5,000 Nucleus coins, you get a 7% staking reward, which basically they calculate for the whole year. So you'd have if it was 5,000, right? You would divide that by, let me double check here. You have 5,000 times 0.07, 350 divided by 365. Your daily staking rewards would be 0.9589. Confirm with me, that's right, Noah? All my math on there?
Give me the number again.
So I just did the 5,000 times the 7%, right, divided by 365 days in a year. And then, so basically they're figuring this on an annual, but they're paying out daily. So the more you hold, then the higher your percentage will go up.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, you get something with 5,000 Nucleus at 7%, you get about 0.95 Nucleus a day in staking rewards, which would then compound daily. So you'd see that number go up. And then
it'll go up because you're getting more.
8% instead of 7.
So if you're a member of Agora and you sign up through our links or a link from someone in Agora, we have that. We have the coding working out with Noah. Then you get an extra staking reward percentage by just being an Agora member. Remember, this is exclusive to Agora. So you get a little extra being given to you, which is not offered other places. And that's one of the rewards. Can you scroll down a little farther, Jeremy? Another one of the, Jeremy, can you scroll down? Okay, so here we have a purchase bonus. So basically now they already have this in place. So if you're holding on and you purchase Nucleus, so let's say you go out and purchase Nucleus, depending upon how much you get, and you get it through, there's videos to show you how to go through Coinbase, get the Bitcoin, you purchase it with Bitcoin. If you buy up to 2,500 tokens, or 1,000 or 250 tokens, then here's your purchase bonus. Now this is normal. They already have this in there, and so this doesn't change, but we have a little catch to that. You get 5%. So if you were to buy 2,500, you would get 250 Nucleus given to you just because you bought it. That's a purchase bonus. So the more you purchase, the more you get, right? So if you only buy 250, you get a 1%. And 1,000, that's 2.5%. So obviously, if you want to get a higher amount, you want to be purchasing a lot more. And especially right now, if the price is as low as they are, you can pick up quite a bit of it. You can pick up 1,000 for $110, basically American dollars, right? You can pick up 2,000 for $220 because of where the prices are right now. So this is a really good time to buy, because the prices are low. Because can you imagine buying Bitcoin when it was low? I remember watching a video and they're like, they were amazed when it got to $100. They were trying to get to $100 for years, and then look what happened. It just skyrocketed. So when it's low, this is the time to really buy. This is exciting to come in at this moment. Where it's not as high, you can pick up quite a bit of it. Now, another part of the exclusive matching bonus to Agora Advantage members or advisors is if you use, when you get involved in Nucleus and you get your account set up, there's a video down here how to get your referral link. But if you use that link, then if you have someone come in and they purchase any amount and you bring in an investor or someone that buys Nucleus, however much they buy, you get a matching bonus. So if they buy $2,500 and they get $250, or I'm sorry, not $250, 250 Nucleus, then you get 250 Nucleus. So however much they come in with, then it's a matching referral bonus. Now this is only level 1. We cannot. Jeremy, can you go back up to the disclaimer? We're not able, because of the nature of how this product Nucleus is set up. we can't go multiple levels deep. The only way you can really get paid is like in your downline is by if you bring people in and they purchase a membership. There is no commissions earned on legally we can't pay out on advisor positions, but on memberships it's $14.95. That basically you can get a commission off of that. So this is a side. This is basically an additional benefit for having a membership with Agora. And then so a scenario could be you got someone in your downline, so it's kind of first come first serve. Whoever you get your link out to, we can't totally go in the order of a downline with this type of a program. So this is more geared towards you just getting these staking rewards. You can get the purchase bonus and then also getting a matching. And these things right here, the staking reward and also the matching, they have exclusive to only Agora. So if someone wants to get this, they got to go through Agora to get that. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Jordan? Did I explain that very good? You want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge, the matching purchase bonus for Agora is enormous, and it is exclusive to Agora. As well as, it might not be the traditional MLM structure, but at the same time, the more people who came from your downline who are purchasing Nucleus works towards the appreciation of Nucleus, so it's absolutely benefiting you. So because of the way that the platform is structured with the appreciation of the token, anyone who's going ahead and learning about the platform is absolutely benefiting you down the line as well.
Exactly. Now, for those of you that would like to get involved and you'd like to start, if you go to the Forums tab, Jeremy. So right there where it says click here to begin, if someone hasn't referred to you from Agora, then you're going to have to use this initiating link where it says click here to begin your account setup. Now remember, if you want to bring someone in, do not use this link. Make sure you use your own link to get them an account so you can get the matching bonus on them. If you use this link right here, you will not get the matching bonus. You got to make sure that you give them your link after you set up your account. Now on this page right here, here's the beginner's guide to the Nucleus investing. So it shows you, if you scroll down, this is a step-by-step video tutorial how to set up your account. Just scroll on down, Jeremy. Your two-factor authentication, like I said, there is a learning curve here. But they walk through and they'll tell you exactly what to do, how to set your account up, how to invest, everything you need to know. All these videos go into extreme detail explaining you how to get started. If you're already involved with Bitcoin, then it's a lot easier. But someone just starting out, these are tutorials. They'll walk you right through exactly what to do. They're not real long. They're very well put together. And they'll just kind of show you. Plus, we can have other calls. I know they do a monthly call. They release information. But everything you need to know is in these videos on how to set up your account. If you need to get your Coinbase account, how to set that up, how to purchase the Bitcoin through there, get your bank account set up to that, and then how to walk through. These videos will do a tutorial walkthrough right there. Jeremy, can you click on that? Click here to begin to set up your account. If you click on this right here, take you over here. Computer's running a little slow. Take you to this page here, but then it says sign up. You can see right there, and this is now when you have your duplicatable, now it doesn't show you up top, but it is coded in the back. And they'll just walk you through here how to set your account up. So watch the videos, and it'll show you exactly what to do here, because there is, like I said, there is a little bit of a learning curve. This is, you're coming into an investing platform. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't get started in Bitcoin, because I didn't even know how to get it. I was told about it, and and I didn't really take the time, and I didn't have someone to teach me. So having these training videos is powerful. We also have more training stuff here, but watching all these videos, and then I know they have more videos. Like I said, you want to go to the YouTube channel. So there's lots of videos because, like I said, this isn't going away, and it's worth your while to get educated. And we're here to help walk you through some of the stuff here and get you started. And and this is like my first opportunity that I've been investing in Bitcoin and also in a cryptocurrency, and I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, I bought some yesterday. I continue to buy more. I'm going to buy some on a regular basis, and I enjoy doing that. Is there any other thing you'd like to add in, Noah, that I didn't cover? or Jordan?
No, I think you covered the nuts and bolts of the sign up just fine. Jordan, what's the best way for them if they need to request support? What are those support channels that they can tap into? I think we have Twitter and a few other things.
Jeremy, could you go back to that page of the new account sign up? If you click on the bottom right, there's a message box, and we have live chat support. Usually the team responds in under 5 minutes. During U.S. business hours, it's usually almost instant. And if you have any questions whatsoever, the easiest and best thing to do is just go ahead and just type the message right there, whatever you need help with, and you'll be pointed in the best direction. Your question will be answered, and you'll be given whatever resource you need in order to help you. So what we want to do is we want to make everything as easy as possible for the user. And although there is a learning curve, like Vince said, it's like everything else you've ever done in your life. Once you learn it, it's really liberating, and you find out it's really easy. And yeah, it's not the first time you go through it, but once you do it, you now have learned something new. And this is the future, so it is really important to learn.
Awesome. So besides that, Vince, I think everybody's kind of hit the points that need to be hit.
That's great. Jeremy, is there anything like that in?
Yeah, there was a question that just popped up from Vicky. So Vicky had asked, so the advantage is that this is a safe way to buy Bitcoin in small amounts. Jordan, Noah, would you guys agree with that question?
The advantage of Nucleus isn't in its ability to buy Bitcoin. You could just go buy Bitcoin and hold it. That's a perfectly great way to get involved in crypto investing. Nucleus is what they call a utility token, and Nucleus has its own value because it's the only way you can access the Bitcoin growth bot. And Jordan touched on the bot, but it's an algorithm that we built that trades Bitcoin on the Forex markets and produces very, very attractive returns. So, we welcome investors who want to grow Bitcoin, but we're also, the primary thing here for this call is just buy Nucleus. You have to have Bitcoin to buy Nucleus. Buy Nucleus and hold on to it because it's going up in value because of this awesome algorithm that we have that makes people money.
And Vicky, there also is the speculation / investment perspective. Whereas Bitcoin is trading at $6,000 today, and in the near future, whether that's 2 or 3 years, it could be trading at $60,000, which is a 10x return. Nucleus is trading at 11 cents, and for it to get a 10x return at $1, it does not take a lot at all. So there is that aspect as well, and I absolutely believe with every fiber in my being, anyone who was selling at $1 would be, they're going to wake up one day and the price of Nucleus, they're going to look at it and be like, oh my God, I sold at $1, and they're going to, they're going to have remorse. So that's where we're not looking for that, but that's where the potential, there is potential there.
So to translate that a little bit, what you're saying is that Nucleus has the ability to grow much faster than Bitcoin. So if you buy Nucleus with your Bitcoin, Nucleus can 10x a lot quicker than Bitcoin can 10x.
Absolutely, 100x.
Yeah. Cool.
So if there's any other questions, we'll open it up. And if not, I think we covered everything. And guys, we're really excited about this is stuff I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I know we have a lot of Bitcoin people. Yeah. So we have a lot of people that are interested in the cryptocurrency. I know there's a lot of people in Agora that are interested, and so I was just kind of been waiting to get this in here and get all the bugs worked out. But man, they've done just an incredible job. Like I said, just to get back, now that I do it, I'll admit, I didn't know much about this, and now I do. I go in there and I go to Coinbase, I come over, I purchase. It's easy, So don't be intimidated thinking you can't get involved. It's just not that hard at all. One thing we didn't cover was actually pulling the money out. Like they can pull the money out any time. And you can go back into Bitcoin, you sell it and then go right back into American dollars. I mean, obviously we don't want you to do that, but some people, they want to know at the right time, like when do I, this is an investment, right, Jordan? So when do they pull out?
Yeah, Jeremy,
right? And then how do I do that?
Could you also go ahead and click on Need Help on the left-hand menu? Yeah, I mean, there's also right there the frequently asked questions, and you're going to basically be able to find the answer to any question you may have. Like, for example, the first one, how to withdraw Bitcoin. And again, any question at any time, there's a video on it to help you do it. It's really easy. But like Vince just said, the first time you do it, it's new to you. But after that, it's really easy. So everything is on your end completely. You don't have to get anything cleared to withdraw your money. You access and you're in control of your money at all times.
Mm-hmm. And we have we put most of those questions right here in the back of Agora.
And that gives a great link.
So, and Jeremy, you can show them right there if you want to go back to the main page, the marketplace. We have, that's the coin right there, how it looks. Go back actually to the marketplace. We have it, go back into the market. Yeah, if you look there, we have the tile in here.
Oh, there's a chip.
And there you go, there's right there. And then, Jeremy, can you go to the slide, the second one to the end? We put a slide in there also for Nucleus.
Nice.
There you go, right there. And those slides change based upon the variation of your screen. Yeah, it'll move around a little bit. So very exciting, and we really appreciate you guys being on the call. I think we pretty much answered everything. Like I said, if you do have any other questions, you go to the FAQs, or you can also go back, do the chat right over there and ask any questions like that. But we really thank you for being a part of this, Noah and Jordan and Jan being on the call. And we're really excited about offering this into the Agora membership. Like I said, there's no extra money. If you already have a membership or you have an advisor account, you are included in this program. We have the coding. We've worked out the coding between over there with Nucleus and Noah. He helped me get all that together, and we have a lot of this in place. Now, one thing that we didn't talk about is when someone does do the investment, they do have to go into the rewards and bonus section and report it. But they can report anytime. And once they report it and they get paid out, then you get paid out. And, some of you guys are going to probably bring in some big investors. There's a lot of people that have quite a bit of money in Bitcoin, and then they're looking for other places. So this is a huge opportunity, and it's a great benefit for those members of Agora. So with that, then we'll end the call here, and thank you very much. Thank you, Jordan, and thank you, Noah.
Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
And everyone have a good day.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.